Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another part of this series where we're still at Barcelona in the middle of March now, and we've got a big game against Porto coming up before then taking on Real Madrid in the league, a massive match in the league because Real Madrid currently beating us on the head-to-head ratio. We need to overturn that with a win and make sure that if the season does finish level on points that we are able to win the title on the head-to-head, because while we've got the goal difference, that's not what this will come down to. It is that head-to-head. And if we have a look at earlier in the season, we were beaten 2-1 away from home, so we have to better that score at home in order to triumph in the head-to-head against Real Madrid. But we are doing reasonably well since the last game, the 3-0 win over Real Madrid that took us into the Copa del Rey final. And today we'll do these two games, and then we've got the Copa del Rey final and probably a good Champions League tie to come as well. If it is very close to the Copa del Rey final, I might do just the Copa del Rey and the second leg of the quarterfinals so that you'll see what comes out of it. Because that seems to have worked here. We had a 1-1 draw, which was a bit disappointing, so we know we need to be watching this game. But in the interim period, we have had two big victories, a 5-0 crushing of Celta Vigo, 2 for Esposito, 3 for Mbappe, the two massive £250 million summer signings doing the job for us. Griezmann with the ball in, it came out. Aouar with the effort and Esposito touching it in. I thought he'd be offside, but he wasn't. We got that first goal. Then Dest over the top, Severo to Esposito, and it's 2-0 just before half-time. Mbappe then winning the ball, doing this all on his own, running through the defence and getting the goal. That's what we want to see from Mbappe. Last episode I accused him of not doing enough, but now he seems to be doing the job. He then got his second, Messi missed the header, Mbappe with the finish, and then he wrapped up his hat-trick in the last minute of the game. Skriniar back to Griezmann, ball across, and again Messi misses it, but Mbappe doesn't. And that is 5-0, a very big win. Same against Alaves, once more Mbappe in and among the goals. Severo and Griezmann also joining in on the action. No Esposito for this one, I think he had a knock for this. But Aouar on the attack, found Griezmann, ball inside, cleared only to Mbappe. Oh, what a bend that was. I mean, honestly, that curled so much into that far corner. Only 8 minutes on the clock though. Severo plays Mbappe through for his second, and you thought surely he's going to get a hat-trick, but he actually didn't score again in the whole game. Mbappe playing a bit deeper here, sends it over the top for Severo, and there's the finish for 3. 16 minutes on the clock. Last goal of the first half, a stunning Griezmann free kick into the top corner. Keeper seemed to misread it, and Griezmann benefited. And then later on, Griezmann got his second to round out the big 5-0 win. So in La Liga we are back on track at the top of the table, 3 points separating us, and lots of work to do in today's episode because we need to keep this Champions League run going. We're going for that treble today, so the team needs to put in a good performance. Dembele comes in because Esposito still got his knock, might be back for the next match against Real Madrid, but we'll have to see. A few players on their last legs, but otherwise no surprises in the team. Same back four, same goalkeeper, and more work to be done. So we do just need to get a very good result here. It's not a particularly difficult Porto team. There's nobody in there that I'm afraid of. We should just be absolutely trouncing them really, but for some reason in the Champions League this season we have been struggling against teams that are not that great, and that's a real worry when we get into the quarterfinal, semi-final and final stage, if we can make it through this match, because bigger teams are going to punish us, and you can see how we've struggled against Real Madrid this season as well. It doesn't lend to a very confident run, but Griezmann with the ball in, comes down to Severo, and it's just wide of the post. I'd enjoy an early goal here, but all of our shots off target at the moment. We need to get that goal just to settle the nerves a little bit, because obviously if Porto score we are left needing 2 to qualify, otherwise it will be extra time. So here's ter Stegen, ball out to Skriniar, now Laporte, back to ter Stegen, a little bit of pressure but he got the ball away, but it's come back for them, but Dest wins it well, running down the right flank, picks out Severo, ball needs to be good. Oh, it's hit the defender, it's then cleared away. Dest into Barrow, outside to Dest, he's got lots in the middle to aim for, a second chance, and it goes, Severo's there at the near post, 27th, goal of the season for Severo at that near post. He loves a goal in the 6-yard box, and he's got another one here. Barrow's ball did well, left Dest with a lot of room to play with. He took it to the byline, and that ball in. Severo always clinical when he's just a couple of yards out from goal. He rarely misses the target, and he's given us that lead. He is definitely our best striker, which seems quite odd given the quality of strikers we have in the team. But here is Awar giving the ball away to Valente. Now Darun. Couldn't quite get the ball off him. Comes back to Popov, but Mbappe has stolen the ball off the last man. He's in behind, and Mbappe not clinical enough with that finish past the goalkeeper. So it's a corner from Griezmann, cleared away by Elite. Griezmann again. Puts it in, but easy for Fariñez to scoop that one up. We could do this second goal though, just make sure that extra time is off the cards, because we don't want extra time before a big match against Real Madrid in La Liga. And Severo does it. Oh, huge mistake in the Porto defence, and we have absolutely benefited. Gilberto Severo alive to the opportunity. Dest's long throw again, allowed to bounce by 4 Porto defenders. The keeper came late, and Severo just had to nod it over him and into the back of the net for 2-0, and that should be us pretty comfortably through into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It'll be interesting to see who we do get drawn against in the Champions League. I'm hoping it's not a massive team, because we haven't been at our best, and I want to start to build a bit of steam, a few wins under our belt before we take on those major teams, and that really does start today. We've won a couple in the league. We need to win this game. We need to beat Real Madrid, and then we can really get motoring on a good run of form. But here's Mbappe's ball across. Led back to the goalkeeper. Sent forward. Barrow has managed to win it. But they're coming on the attack now, Porto. Hate ball. Forward to Rodrigo Valente. Good tackle by Windell. Always a risk of a penalty. But Mbappe can counter. He's got the pace. He's got the defender destroyed. He's in on goal. And it is well saved. Mbappe needs to start showing up in some of the big games now. He's been scoring a few in the league, but he's not quite competing when it's the big matches. And you can see a 6.2 today is just not good enough. I'm actually going to take him off the pitch and bring Messi on for a little bit, because that's really poor. But Awar here could be in for some trouble. He went in from behind on the tackle. It is just a yellow card. Always a risk when you do go in from behind. But here's Rodrigo Valente. Ball switch to the left flank for Peter. Now Alex Telles. Back to Darun. Tried to go for something fancy, and it's given away to Barry. Now Severo over the top. Mbappe in behind. And he's just scored. It's going to be the last thing he does. He's coming off for Messi. Either way, because I want Mbappe fresh for the Real Madrid game. But he has just responded to my criticism in the best way possible by scoring the goal that assures us a victory here in the Champions League against our Portuguese rivals. Very nice finish from Mbappe. And now 3-0 we lead. Only his 15th goal of the season. So he's actually been outscored by Esposito, despite having played many more matches. So certainly some things for him to be working on. We can look to rotate a few other players now. Just make sure we've got a few extra fresh legs for that match against Real Madrid. Dest forward to Barrow, in behind to Dembele. That was a cute little ball. And now Severo's in behind, and it's blocked by the defender before Severo could pull the trigger for the hat-trick. Here is Barrow. Beats the defender. Ball into Severo. Comes to Griezmann. Severo again. Just can't quite get the shot off before the defenders either got in the way or got the tackle. And Griezmann's corner does get cleared away. Severo chasing after it. And that's gone out for another corner. Absolutely piling on the pressure here against Porto. And Danilo Pereira does finally actually get out and away. And they can start to launch the counter-attack. Barrow with the little tactical foul, get a yellow card for that, which we don't mind. I am a big fan of tactical fouls. I think there should be a lot more of them in football. I don't know why people think they're unsporting. It's all part of their tactics. But time pretty much up here. And there we go. We are into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. A very good performance from the team. We get 8 million for that, which is nice. And I'm not sure when the draw is for the quarterfinals, actually. It is tomorrow, so we will just skip ahead to that so that we can see who we are getting drawn against in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I won't worry about the semi-final draw. We'll find that out as soon as we win the match. So, Champions League draw. Let's view the draw. Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Real Madrid, PSG, Man United and Atletico. I mean, that's the 8 biggest clubs in Europe, surely, so maybe swap Juventus out for one of them, but this is not going to be an easy draw. PSG, Chelsea is an interesting one. Real Madrid, Man United is a good one. Leaves us with some really dangerous opponents, potentially. Manchester City, Barcelona. I had a feeling it was going to be Man City that we get. Manchester City, very good team, second in the Premier League. Carlo Ancelotti in charge. We have played them recently, I seem to remember, and did reasonably well. Chelsea, actually, the most dangerous team in the Premier League. Look at that, unbeaten after 30 games with 25 wins and 5 draws. So Man City, potentially not a bad team to have pulled out. Chelsea could have been a real problem. But it does mean, if we just have a quick look at that semi-final draw, actually. Oh, and it'll be Liverpool or Atletico Madrid in the semi-final. So it's a really difficult draw to get through, but not necessarily as bad as it could have been. And we can be very happy with that. So looking ahead, we've got Real Madrid up next. And then what we'll do is probably a double header at the second Champions League quarter-final against Manchester City and the Copa del Rey final in the next episode. So I'll see you in just a second for this Real Madrid match. So some bold choices for this game against Real Madrid. I've decided to give Lionel Messi a start in this match because I think we need the captain on the pitch for this game. Severo is going to play the advanced forward role with Messi in the false 9 role. Fati on the left wing as well with Mbappe on the right. So that means that Griezmann finds himself on the bench because he's not fully fit. Aouar and Barrow keep their place in the middle. The defence is the standard one that we've used for almost every game this season, so they are starting to look a little bit tired, but it is the international break up next, so we should be able to get a few players back a little bit fitter than they were before. I'm going to focus on the media actually. I've not used that one much this season, so got a little bit more green ticks than I would normally get just by saying go out and have a good game or do it for the fans, but we really do need to win this match because it will effectively sew up the title if we win this game today. Courtois there, confident in goal and picking up that ball. He launches it out to Traore. Over the top, Skriniar with a good interception. Now Barrow can launch something. I feel like we need to take control of this game early because of our fitness. Back to Windal. Going down the left, finds Fati. He hasn't played for a while, he'll have something to prove. And Windal's run into the box and Severo with the finish. His 29th goal of the season. Brilliant attacking pressure by Windal there. There was space in front of him and he charged into it, and now we do have a 1-0 lead against Real Madrid. Of course, we need to beat them by more than 1 goal to make sure we win that head-to-head. But brilliant play by Severo. He never misses if there's a chance in that 6-yard box. Stunning stuff from him. But this will give us a lead on the head-to-head against Real Madrid, which means that this game is effectively worth 4 points. If we can get the win, or 7 points. They say these are 6-point games, don't they? So you throw in that goal difference and head to head, this becomes a 7-point match. Now Mbappe to Dest, ball across to Severo once more, back into Severo. Oh, that was such nice 1-2 play between the two of them, but he just wasn't able to get that finish off and get the ball on target. But we are totally in control of this game. Real Madrid getting frustrated. We need to really press our foot down on the neck of this Real Madrid team and make sure we get a second goal early because they're already anxious. And Mbappe delivers. I said he had to deliver. He started scoring goals. I said he had to deliver in big games. He's starting scoring goals in big games, and he's done it from the wing position as well. Severo on the ball, out on the right, Dest back to Barrow. Mbappe just found the space, and what a one-touch finish that is. In my head, he's done that with the outside of his right foot, just whipping it and bending it round the goalkeeper who dives across, and that surely is going to sink Real Madrid hopes. We've got a free kick which Messi I think will take in a good position. It is Messi and it's off the post. Fati though is following up and it's 3-0 and it's nearly half time. Real Madrid, their hopes of a La Liga title while I'm Barcelona manager, quickly evaporating. Great call to bring Messi on for a start, and he's got an assist here as Fati, who also was brought into the team, has just slid in. I mean, I decided to play Fati above Griezmann because of Griezmann's fitness. It's a big call because do you want a slightly less fit player in form or a healthy player who's not played much? And it's a really good call, if I do say so myself. We're now 3-0 up against this Real Madrid team. Mbappe has a knock, which is good for Griezmann. He can come on for a little run around on the right flank and see if he can cause some damage. But Real Madrid on the attack with Odriozola. Now Traore, ball into Vinicius Jr. Saved, blocked, and blocked again. Oh, brilliant stuff from the defensive unit there. Messi now trying to counter, but Real Madrid win the ball back. Fati can't get the tackle in as the ball gets switched to Vinicius Jr. He's now charging down that left flank, going for the shot, but an easy one for ter Stegen, who looks the picture of control in goal. Griezmann now on the pitch as the ball's played all the way back to Courtois. Raphael Varane forward to Traore, back again. Courtois under pressure, but does manage to find the fullback Odriozola. Oh, they just have to keep going backwards. That's what you love to see when you're dominating a game against Real Madrid. And now Traore gives it away. Griezmann, fresh legs, charging through. He's got support. Severo picks it up, round as a keeper, and Severo has done it. His second of the game. And for the second season in a row in his time at Barcelona, he has scored 30 goals in all competitions. The new top quality striker that Barcelona will try and keep for the next 10 years at least. He's still a teenager, don't forget. So there are many goals left in Gilberto Severo. He could be the heir to Messi, and he's getting the goals to back up the acclaim at the moment. So 4-0. We lead this Real Madrid team. No need to worry about that head-to-head now unless there's a spectacular collapse. They've only just brought Eden Hazard on, which shows that they're really not in a great place as Aouar launches that one over the top. But we are on track for another La Liga title, which is what we like to see. I think 2 years in Barcelona, if we can win La Liga and the Copa del Rey, we will have won every competition available to us. As Messi steals the ball off Varane, he charges through on his own, and Lionel Messi backs up the decision to start him with a goal. All of those risky starting preferences have paid off today, and we now lead Real Madrid 5-0 at the Nou Camp in order to assert our place as Spanish champions. Beautiful stuff from Messi. When I took over this club, Real Madrid were La Liga champions, and Messi hadn't won a Champions League since about 2012 or 2015, I think it was, so 8 years or so. He's now about to get his second La Liga title and potentially a second Champions League title in 2 years and in the year that he retires. Severo in for the hat-trick. He's behind and he's done it. Gilberto Severo makes it 6-0. The hat-trick in the bag. What a famous win this is for Barcelona against Real Madrid. This will always be on my managerial CV now. We've humiliated Real Madrid. It's 6-0, and any hope they had of overturning our lead at the top of La Liga is gone. Remember, if they'd won this game today, they would have gone top of the league on head-to-head, and we would have had work to do as Aouar. Excellent persistence, kept on his feet, and then found the finish for 7-0 against Real Madrid. This is absolutely spectacular from the team. Really coming back and showing what they can do and hitting form at just the right time with so many big cup games to come. We're on track for potentially doing that absolutely incredible treble in Spanish football. 10 minutes to go. I'm not going to bother making substitutions when we've got this game so under control, because I would like to get as many as possible, and Severo trying to do that now. He takes it to the right flank, he's cut inside, and unfortunately he couldn't get it on target. Maybe could have cut that one across for Fati to finish, but Messi with a free kick, he's gone for it, and Courtois has to flail his right arm out to tip that one over the bar as Griezmann's corner is cleared out by Dubois. Griezmann though in a great position, pulls it back to Skriniar, ball in, away by Varane, and Dubois trying to counter for Real Madrid. Good tactical foul by Ansu Fati, the left winger there. Still, this game isn't over. Can we make it 8? Here's Skriniar. Laporte. Forward to Fati. Ball over the top. And Severo, beautiful touch. He's in behind. But Courtois with a good stop there. And we've had 13 efforts on target, and about half of them have gone in. And there's a full-time whistle. A 7-0 win over Real Madrid. All of our big players showing up today and putting in a great job. Lionel Messi, potentially his last ever El Clasico, ends in a 7-0 home win. He will take the acclaim at the Barcelona faithful and we are in a brilliant place to win that second La Liga title. So that will be it for today's episode. Next time that we come out, we will have done the first leg of the quarterfinal of the Champions League. We'll have played Atletico Madrid, Real Zaragoza, and we'll be picking up against Manchester City at home in that second leg, and then Valencia in the Copa del Rey final. Valencia currently third in La Liga, so it's not a given whatsoever. We are going to have to show up and really put in a good performance to lift that trophy. So do drop a like if you enjoyed this episode, and make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. But until next time, see ya.